Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Today is Thursday at noon, and is a good opportunity to start asking questions to the attorney with a lot of experience, over 45 years of experience, with the attorney Margaret W. Wong, who has been working on this field for over 45 years. Since 1977, and she has been working on this field, helping thousands of families every single year. And of course, she's ready today to answer your immigration questions. She will help you solve your immigration issues. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send it live right now. And the answer is just free today. You can text it on our Facebook Live, or you can also call. The phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. So let's welcome the attorney Margaret W. Wong. Good afternoon, Ms. Wong. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you, Mr. Juan.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And well, a lot of people are wondering about what's going on with the deportations. It has become a topic in the last few days because people need to know what's going to happen with them. They want to know if they are going to be deported. There was a deferred action for removals for some countries, and even for the first 100 days last year of the government of President Biden, it was said that nobody was going to be deported. However, right now some things are changing, but I know it's not just deporting everybody. So can you tell us a little bit of what is going on about deportations, removals, or expedited removal? What is going on with all of that as well?
Right. So basically, when we talk about removal, you mean deportation. The new law talks about removal. The old law is deportation and exclusion. The new law started in April 97, enacted in November, October of 96. So now it's all about removal. So there are two types of removal. We have the southern border removal, which means the Latino people coming up, and the misconception is, oh, a lot of Mexicans are coming, but that's old law. Now most people coming up, they're more the Central Americans to escape violence. In fact, just a few days ago, El Salvador Congress started a new thing on. They have an emergency ruling on the highest murder rate in the past like century or something. Right now, El Salvador is really bad. In fact, El Salvador is the second highest murder rate in the world when it comes to per capita and per person or something. So we are talking about two kinds of removal. People on land, they already have final order of deportation or final order of removal or exclusion that happened before 97 and now. And the southern border remain in Mexico policy. Right now, there's no separation of families. So, for example, if you come with young children, they don't separate you. Sometimes they may remove the father or the mother, but they at least let either the family stay together or at least one of the adults to stay with the children. So the southern border, it's serious. There's too many people coming. So now they have Ned Chavez saying the NTA have date and time, and you have to go report to ICE and stuff. The, the other removal is on land. So, for example, we have clients that's been here 20, 30 years. They already have removal. They have no criminal records. So, mostly the land people, Biden is saying that unless you have serious criminal record or serious security or public uh, security risks or national interests, we would not be deporting. Also, America have a serious shortage of good workers willing to work. So, but on the southern border, there's no separation of families. That's mostly from what I see and hear, because we get a lot of calls from the southern border. Most people are coming in with, and there's a ruling that say you have 300 days to either grant the asylum or deport the people. But right now, with the surge of people, I don't even think that this would happen. So I hope I answer your question. And I think the past few days, especially the Chinese and the Latinos, the communities, we're worried because there is a case that just came down from a Sixth Circuit from Judge Newman, our own. Ohio, and I live in Ohio, that says that the Trump policy of once you have a final order, you should be deported. It just came out a few days ago. I think everybody's just worried. I really don't think it's a serious problem.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And I think you have answered my question or the general question of people that are not willing to be deported. So, talking about these removals or deportations, what is new about this thing of the asylum cases that are going to be speeded up? So, are they bringing more people to work in asylum cases in the asylum office? How are they going to do this? Are they doing first in, first out, or first in, last out? How is this working now?
Just yesterday, President Biden, actually, Mr. Mayorkas, came up with plans on expediting. Right now, we have more than 2 million cases. I went husband and wife cases. We have clients that have waited for 2.5 years. The wife is still stuck overseas, especially in a country like Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, Nigeria. I mean, it's really horrible. People that's married to citizens and Ukrainians, because of Poland, they're really slowly approving them. The immigration came out with a different parts plan on making cases faster, especially on work permits. We have cases that's filed 9 months ago on work permits not being approved. They also started on U visas. So really, our administration is really trying to accommodate and speeding things up. But you're right, on the asylum cases, I think slowly they're trying to go back to last in, first out. But some of them, they're going in, first out. So if you're listening to our program, it doesn't hurt if you have cases that's filed in 2015, 2016, because that's the end of the Obama time and beginning of Trump time. And that's when Trump in 2017 started last in, first out, before it was first in, first out. So cases mostly filed around end of 2014, 2015, 2016. You are really stuck there. You don't have interview. We have some clients actually who are happy they don't have to go to interview. So it's not everybody who's sad about it. But if you feel you can win the case, do call the senator's office, the congressional offices, or send them emails. Anytime they have in my office, we always tell them anytime, for example, Chicago, because Ohio reports to Chicago when it comes to asylum. On deportation, Ohio reports to Michigan. So we always tell them anytime you have an open slot, just let us know so one of our clients can get into slot. So you can email them, and there is a public email about if they can push you into an interview slot. But before you do that, you better make sure that you are ready to go, because sometimes they give you a 1 week notice, sometimes they give you a 3 week notice, or sometimes only 2 months notice. So you need to be ready, because we always like to, before we go to interview, we need to prepare, update, and sometimes you just don't have time, and then there's regrets.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And this is a very interesting situation because a lot of people are waiting on their asylums, but some of them just don't want the interview to come yet for some or some other reasons. But the reality is that a lot of people are feeling like stuck because they have been waiting for this asylum case so long. So this is a personal question. What happens if a person who is waiting on an asylum and filed for work permit renewal, they requested the extension in the DDS or driver's department, and then the extension is expired? Is there some hope for them in order to get another document?
No, that's the problem, and that's exactly what Mr. Mayorkas talked about in the press release a few days ago. They are talking about extending the work permit extensions instead of 180 days to maybe 270 days or 360 days. That's also happening to the green card extension. So instead of 12 months, they're giving 24 months, or the removal of marriage case conditions. So instead of 12 months, they may give 18 or 24 months. So that's what they're proposing. We don't know where it's going. This is only a few things are changing by the day. So we need to do the best we can, and then just under we have people who lose jobs because 180 days pass. So my advice to you is, if it's over the processing time or even under processing time, ask your boss to give you a letter about how important your work is, and you will lose your job, but they may fire you if you don't get the extension. We have tried that. Even though you're not in healthcare, they should approve it in about a month. But we have tried nice letters from bosses, from employers. We have been getting approvals like after we send it, maybe in 2 or 3 months, or maybe 6, 7 weeks. So keep sending those letters, keep going to see congressional and senators. But right now, I really think the bottleneck will break. That means that they will approve. I also found something interesting in the last few weeks. I've seen cases, work permits that we filed like in February, being approved. Now it's only end of March. We're getting approvals. But cases filed even last March, April, and May, they're not getting approved. I've seen some June approvals. Because one thing nice about our office is we have such a interesting volume of cases. So every day we check our mail, and we have a great data team. So, all these data comes out. So we sort of know how fast immigration is and stuff like that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that you can call the attorney Margaret W. Wong to the phone number 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. She has been working on the field of the immigration for over 45 years, and she has offices in 9 cities of the United States: Atlanta, Cleveland, Chicago, Columbus, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, this question is interesting. This person lives in Ohio, and he says, hi, my name is so and so. I am from Pakistan. I entered the USA from border, and now I live in Ohio, Cleveland. I want to file a case for asylum. I was released from ICE last month. Can you please tell me how much you charge fees for asylum? Maybe we cannot say that over here, but maybe you can explain what.
Let me explain to you. Congratulations on being released. You're very lucky. So it depends. You may have an NTA in your file. I don't know how long you stayed in jail, because you may have past credible fear, or they may not have time to interview you. So there are 3 things you need to do. Number one, they always give you a letter. Sometimes they don't verbally tell you because they're too busy. Always check those letters and see when do you have to report in ICE. If you live in Cleveland, the ICE office is in Brooklyn, in Brook Park Road, and it's about only 20 minutes from downtown. Make sure you report. You can always go early on the same day, and they like us to go early so they can finish with us. That's the first thing. Report to ICE. Number 2, I don't know if you have to report on the phone or the ankle bracelets on you. Lately, I haven't seen too much ankle bracelet, but even if they have an ankle bracelet, once you keep reporting once or twice, they'll take it away. So number 1, make sure you report to ICE and don't run. Number 2 is check the notice to appear on the paperwork they gave you. On the lower left-hand corner, there should be a date of the issuance, and there should be a date of the hearing and time. Make sure you go see the judge that day. Always go early, because you don't want, because it's weird. Our federal courts on the 13th floor is where immigration court is. It's a weird location. You have to make a sharp left turn, and a lot of times, even when I'm driving, I miss it, so you have to cross the bridge and come back, and you don't want to be late. I always like my clients to go 1 hour early, relax, sit in they have a very nice waiting room. They also have a little room. They normally don't like us to use it, but once in a while I sneak in there. So it's a very nice, the bathroom is very clean, so just go there. There's sunlight, because the building is a beautiful building. Walk around the building, check out the building. Just go an hour early, just to be safe, because it's just a weird location. Because then if you go in another street, you have to make another, because the parking is on one side and the parking is always filled. So make sure the second thing you need to do. The third thing is you have 1 year to file for asylum. If you miss the 1 year and if the immigration jail did not tell you, then you can file outside of 1 year. But Rojas case a deadline on April 22nd of 2022. So make sure you file 1 year asylum. You could get a work permit after 151 days. Biden came back in. Trump said you have to wait 65 days or something. But now it's again 151 days. So you get the work permit. Make sure you get the social file tax return, get your driver's license. These are the three things you need to do. The first hearing in court, you don't necessarily have to have a lawyer. They'll give you a new date. But normally nowadays, years ago, they give you a date that's a long time. Now they'll give you a very fast date. But make sure you file the asylum. Your narrative on your asylum controls your whole future in America, because anytime you come undocumented from southern or northern border, that's the only way you can stay in America and get a green card is through that asylum process.
And also, if you want to know the fees and everything, and maybe get to talk to Ms. Wong, just call the office. The phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. You can just go to the office. The office is located in 3150 Chester Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. And you can just go to the office, walk in, talk to the receptionist, and then you can make an appointment to talk to the attorney, Margaret W. Wong. It's a big building, so you will see it is right on Chester Avenue, and you look to your left if you are going towards the Cleveland University, and you will see MWW there. And it's very easy for you that are living in Cleveland, and you can make your appointment. 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, we have another question coming in right now, and it says, hi, Attorney Wong. Once I get released in the USA with parole for entry, my only option is asylum, or I can file some other kind of visa. I was paroled in just a couple weeks ago. Thank you.
Parole is excellent. So normally, parole, you get a little piece of I-94. With that, if your family, for example, you're under 21, your mother and father is American citizen, or your children are over 21 are American citizen, or your spouse is an American citizen, if it's the right kind of parole, and I'm pretty sure it is because you were just paroled in, excellent. You can immediately adjust to a status. But if your brother is American citizen and it takes 14 years, you would not be able to adjust. It only applies to immediate relative. Congratulations. But you can also, Biden also just came in with all these new stuff. It's just 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 months ago, saying that it will not be difficult to do a re-parole, which means that when Trump was here, once they parole you in, they won't extend. There's no extension of parole. It's a re-parole. So they won't do it because they just get mad, because their position is you should not be here. The fact that you're paroled in means that they believe your story, which is excellent. So apply for re-parole, number one. Number two is apply for work permit. You can, if you're paroled in, you can apply for work permit. You don't have to wait for asylum to apply for work permit. But parole in, the law remains the same, that you have to apply asylum within a year. So make sure you apply asylum within a year, because parole means that your legal entry. So on the notice to appear, there are three squares. The first square is parole. The second square is came undocumented. The third square is you were admitted to certain things, but you are number one. You are the parole in, which is a great thing. But don't let yourself be out of status. Try to do a re-parole or file asylum and get that work permit.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984 is the phone number of the attorney, Margaret W. Wong. If you want to talk to her, just make an appointment. The phone number is 216-279-3984, and we can help you in any kind of cases. They can help you in immigration, or also in Ohio, some criminal cases. In other states, 9 offices in Atlanta, in Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, Minneapolis, Memphis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. Just give us a call and they will let you know when Miss Wong is going to be in your city. So please just call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. My question is, I play soccer, not professionally yet, because I want to do the tryouts for a team here in the US. I am from Honduras on a tourist visa. My girlfriend is an US citizen, but what is best for me to get the work visa through soccer or get married?
You asked a really good question because soccer, if you're that good, you can apply for O visa. And whatever you do, if you marry an American citizen wife, you should not marry until after 90 days because tourist visa is 180 days. So if you want to get married, marry after 90 days. If you want to get a soccer visa, all you need is a soccer club, even one person, but it should be more a soccer playing team. A sponsor, you can get an O visa. O visa is not that difficult. Marriage case is weird because if you don't, like for example, woman, we're all nuts. So what happens if she wants a divorce? Then love become hate, and then because it takes about, if you live in Ohio, it takes only about 9 months. Ohio was voted one of the best state and city to get green cards and citizenship because we used to be very fast. But even now, because of the virus, we're not that fast anymore. So on tourist visa, you can, if you marry someone, marry after 90 days and file after 90 days. You get a work permit and parole after about 7, 8 months, and then you should get a green card less than 1 year in Ohio. In Nashville, about 1.5. So it depends on where you're living. The soccer, you can get an O visa. So either way is very good. And if you belong to EB11, that's the way to get a soccer green card. In Ohio, we have a great soccer clubs and soccer teams. And we have great. So move to Ohio. But both are very good. But the marriage case, I'm always leery myself of marriage because I really don't like, because I myself is a foreign person. So I don't want people to say, oh, you marry someone, you have a fight with a girlfriend. Oh, I kept you in America. It just hurts my feelings. So I don't think it's fair. But that's my personal belief. But either way, it's not hard if you're that good.
Thank you so much, Miss Wong. And yeah, the best option you can have is to talk to the attorney, Margaret W. Wong, and she will be able to find out what's your best options. So sometimes we just talk to someone around there and they say, just do this, and that's the easiest way. But if you don't get to talk to an attorney, maybe you are going to get in trouble because the person that is suggesting you to do something is because maybe they know someone that did something like that, but they didn't know what the process was, or maybe if you have a criminal background, or if you have something in your record, what can affect your case, or if this person has been married 3 or 4 times in weird conditions. So that's going to be complicating your case. So please, before you do something, get to talk to the attorney Margaret W. Wong, that she has been working on this field for over 45 years, and she will give you a good advice. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, our time is up for today, but would you like to add something else, another comment for today?
Everything I think will turn out is turning out good. Just a few, as I said earlier, just yesterday, before yesterday, Mr. Mayorkas came up with a 3 plan on hiring more people and expedited work permits. It's just a broken down system for the past 2.5 years. And also on U visa, the C14 is being approved. I already have seen quite a few approvals. Things are doing great. The only issue now is on the asylum work permit. Once 180 days pass, you could not get another 180 days. So, but start writing letters to immigration and tell them that you're going to lose your job, or if you're in healthcare, even if you're cleaning floors in healthcare, send that letter because that will help us. any excuse you have, write them letters and call them, because now they're pretty organized. And yesterday there was a Zoom discussion from EOR, from the court headquarters, and great news are coming that you really using emails to file papers instead of using hand mails. I think immigration is going to do better and better. They're really coming up with the times, because there was a time that is such a stepchild, even though we control 60% of the Homeland Security budget. It's like immigration is always the poorest agency, but now they're putting money into us. So I really think things are going to do good.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for your answers and for your knowledge today. I'll see you next week. I'm looking forward to see you soon. I think you are
Thank
coming
you.
to Atlanta next week, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. So we will see Ms. Wong here next Thursday. So please make your appointment in the city of Atlanta. And then on Friday, she will be in the city of Nashville. Tomorrow, Ms. Wong is going to be in Columbus, Ohio. So if you haven't had made your appointment, uh, just call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984, and in any language, either Spanish, Portuguese, English, Cantonese, or Mandarin, she will take care of your case. And there are over 30 languages in the office. So just give us a call, 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. See you next week. Thank you.